Deep in the mind of McCants, I am coming to you as Darnarian McCants, the man. No personal training, no clothes to sell. Alright, so once again, my vlogs consist of when people come to me in different walks of life talking about several of the same things. Those are my signs that I need to speak on it or have them people speak to me. And if they can't, obviously, this has been reoccurring. And also, it may help somebody. If they can't come to me or can't see me, or somebody in the future, this may help. Practice squad. For the brothers that own a practice squad in the NFL or trying to maintain a practice squad in the NFL, my advice to you, I just think you're going off. My advice would be to understand the business. I had to learn this. Tell you, my first year, they basically told me probably second or third game that I was going to be redshirted. And I was like, okay, you can't redshirt in the NFL. But bottom line, they said basically you're not going to play, but we're going to keep you active. And that was all right with me. I had a lot to learn. I was not football savvy or football smart, in my opinion, and probably the coach's opinion. I just knew if you threw me the ball, I could catch it and I could score. And that's pretty much what I did in college. But that's me. So hopefully you're a little bit smarter than me, or you went to a different school and had a different structure of somebody who actually taught you football. So practice squad guys, I've run into at least two or three of people's like, oh, you need to talk to them. Talk to a person outside of the NFL now. So if you have the opportunity, find an NFL alumni who is no longer playing in the business so you can get a better understanding. Because the guys that are playing, your focus is playing. So you have to understand, if I'm in a practice squad, it means one, I'm still technically trying to make the team. So you can't do everything that the guys who are on the team do or does, whatever the proper enunciation is, proper wording is. I went to the bank one day, my first year, and one of the bankers was like, hey, you're a pretty smart guy. And I was like, what does that mean? And he was like, well, you have several of your guys that are asking for loans. The season wasn't even over yet. But they were in a practice squad. And at that point in time, from my understanding, I think they were only making $90,000. And people understand, oh, $90,000, that's a lot of money. You should be $90,000, cut that in half because you gotta live. You can't live in the hood, so you gotta live in places that you can protect yourself. That are less aggressive, higher income. So knock that off. Your agent's still probably gonna take some change, and then Uncle Sam, he coming for half of it too. So knock that 90,000 probably down to 60,000. Understand what they're doing versus the same thing that guy who making 10 million is doing. Understand you are in a different category. You are in a different boat. You can't do what they are doing. Understand the business of it. You are expendable. You are a grain of sand. Now everybody is, but that guy they playing 10 million to, that number one receiver, he is not going anywhere, regardless of what he does. He could be terrible. I've seen it. One team at one point in time, I thought every receiver was just bad. I was just like, how am I not playing? But I didn't understand the structure in the business because my focus is competitive, playing the sport. So I'm not understanding the business. You're young. That's why they got you. The game used to be older men, 25 and older, and you played football for 10 plus years. You had a brotherhood. You was going to be on that same team as long as you produced. Now, shoot, you here, you there, you everywhere else. That's the structure of the business now. Understand, if you do have an agent, he needs to be working on getting you on a roster. If he ain't calling you, you need to be calling him. And I'll get into the agents in a little bit. And shoot, call yourself. I'm not sure what the rules are. Call a receiver coach. Call a coach that you might know, especially y'all guys from these bigger schools. Y'all got alumni. See, unfortunately for the MEAC Black College SWAC, we ain't got no alumni. Ain't nobody looking out for us. But you bigger college guys, y'all got all the leverage in the world. So if you know you got alumni somewhere that's a GM, that's a head coach, that's a position coach, give him a call like, hey, I'm alumni, even if you don't know him. You know, I'm just letting you know this is where I'm at and I'm working, I'm hustling. Now, of course, you also got to fit the system. Understand the system. You need to be, even though you're not playing, you have to show and put forth that effort that I can play at any point in time when you bring me up by understanding the system on which the coach is teaching. You can't do what those other guys are doing. Save your money, keep your money. $90,000, $120,000, whatever they're making, it ain't enough. You want to be in the league for as long as your body can take it, or until you just get sick of the business of it, because it's a numbers game. That's what they told me. It's a numbers game. So if you're not in that number, they send you home. You can't be out in the streets, in the club, on flyers and all that bullshit, trying to live a lifestyle, living outside your means. Yeah, it may seem like I'm a lot of money now, but how long does it last? If you're on a practice squad, you have to re-sign again. If they don't re-sign you, there's no more money coming in, buddy. Understand the business. You have to do more, even though you're making less. That's just how it works if you want to be in that business. Because once you in, you kind of in. And once you out, you out. Practice squad guys. You can't do what those other guys do. You don't have the money and you don't have the leverage to. You need to be in the weight room 7 o'clock in the morning. You need to be in the video room right after. You need to study as much film as you can. Work on yourself and your body as much as you can. Because sometimes they say what they told my man Skaggs. It was a developmental structure thing. That's why he made the practice squad. Or why he was on the practice squad. But we were doing the same thing. The kid ran a 4.3. He was just as strong, just as fast, big as I was. Why was he on the practice squad? It's a numbers game. It's all about the numbers. That's what they told me. So pay attention to the business. Learn the business. You out in the streets and in the club, tricking off your money, giving gifts to people and spending money that you don't have. For what? Who are you trying to impress? Why are you trying to impress? Tell these people you don't have $1 million. My first year, I didn't even have a check yet, and I had people asking to buy cars. I didn't have a car. My first car was a Volvo. I paid $20,000 for it. They laughed and joked, but guess what? It got me back and forth to work. Who am I trying to impress? Who are you trying to impress? Why do you have to impress these people that you don't know? Oh, I got a chain. Oh, I got the new rims. For what? If you're going to do it for yourself, cool, because you ain't never had it, understand. But then what? Now we don't get picked back up. Or now you get a car that you got to keep paying on. Now you ain't get picked back up. But you got a $100,000 car and you only made $120,000. Especially if you made it into college, you had to at least finish high school. Simple addition. Simple addition. Simple addition. How much am I making? How much am I spending? How much am I spending? How much am I making? You find yourself in debt. You ain't even paid off your college loans if you ain't had no scholarship. Pay off your books. Understand the business. Keep your body in shape because your body is your business. Keep yourself in that film room, because you have to understand the business of football. You have to understand that coach's language, that coach's structure, what that coach is looking for in a laborer. Practice squad guys, you can't do what the rest of them doing. I think that's it. If you have any questions, concerns, if you know somebody trying to make it, holler at me. I'm open. I'm free information. That's what's in the mind of McCants today.